Just this way.
Yeah.
Okay, like to come in? Just like to take a seat for me?
Sure.
Okay. So thank you for coming today. And it's Martin Ellis.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I call you Martin?
Yeah, Martin's fine.
Okay. And are you aware why you're here today, Martin?
Well, I know it's to do with my benefits, but I don't understand really why I should be here. I've already sent in my doctor's sick note.
Okay. When you make an application for employment support allowance, it is sometimes necessary to come for one of these assessments. That's so that we can ask you some questions about your condition and understand how it affects you day to day. And what I'll be doing is gathering all of that information together today, including the information from your GP, and sending a report to the decision maker at the Department for Work and Pensions, and then they will let you know the outcome of your claim. So just to clarify then, Martin, I have had a look at the ESA 50 form that you've sent in, and what I'm going to be doing today is just going through the information on there and asking you some more questions, and I may also have to do a physical examination today. That is sometimes necessary, and I will explain a little bit more about that as we go along. So before we go on, is there anything else that you'd like to ask at this point?
No, I don't think so, no.
Okay, Martin, so when did your back pain first start to affect you?
Well, I had a bout of bad back pain a few years ago, but
Okay.
that sort of sorted itself after a few months.
Mm-hmm.
But last October, at my brother's wedding, it really got quite bad. You know, it started to feel the same again, but a little bit worse.
Right.
And I thought that would just go away like last time, but
Mm.
it didn't. It started to feel a lot worse.
I see. And was that the point at which you went to see your GP?
I gave it a few months, thinking give it some time, but
Mhm.
no, I went to the GP a little while later.
Right. And what was it that the GP said? Did they give you any advice?
Yeah, he said, you know, just carry on taking the paracetamol that I've been taking already, and if it's not better in 3 weeks, come back and we'll sort some physio out for you. We've got a physiotherapist at the GP
I
surgery.
see.
Yeah.
And apart from the physiotherapy, did the GP refer you on to have any tests at the hospital, any x-rays or scans at all?
No, but I have got an appointment for the week after next to see a specialist and then maybe have an MRI scan.
Right, I understand.
Yeah.
And so, Martin, you take paracetamol for the pain. How many of those do you take?
About 6 a day.
And do you take them every day?
Yeah, there's not really a day goes by where I don't take any paracetamol.
Right. And do they help at all with the pain, Martin?
Sometimes it can,
Mhm.
yeah. Not always though.
Okay. And what about any side effects or anything from the paracetamol?
No side effects. I've been
Right.
taking those for years.
And any other medication? Do you take any tablets for any other conditions?
No, it's just the paracetamol now.
Right, okay then. And so who do you live with, Martin?
It's just me and my wife.
Okay, just the two of you.
Yeah.
And what sort of accommodation do you live in?
We live in a 3-bedroom semi-detached.
And do you have stairs at home?
Yeah, we've probably got about 10.
Right, and how do you manage the stairs?
I'm thankful for the fact that we've got a handrail, otherwise it might be a little bit tricky. We're quite fortunate, just off the kitchen we've got a downstairs bathroom, so
I see.
I don't really need to tackle the stairs much during the day.
Okay, so I'd now like to ask you some questions about your work history, Martin.
Okay.
So just approximately how long ago was it that you were able to go to work?
I think it was about a year ago now.
Okay, and what job did you have? What did you do?
Well, I was a security guard at a car distribution centre.
Mm-hmm. And are you able to tell me what sort of activities that job entailed, what you were doing during your working day?
Well, I worked the night shifts, you see.
I see.
So we'd be sat there watching the security cameras all evening and through the night. And then periodically we'd have to sort of get up and then do a patrol around the grounds, make sure nothing's changed.
I see, I see. So What I'm going to do now is ask you some questions about your typical day, and that's so that I can understand how you manage your activities and how your back pain perhaps affects you during the day with the things that you need to do. And so at what time do you get up usually in the morning, Martin?
Usually about 7 o'clock in the morning.
And so when you first get up in the morning, what do you do, Martin?
Well, I go downstairs and I make a cup of tea for me and my wife.
Right.
And then probably make breakfast, which usually have toast and cereal. And then sort of a bit later on, I suppose we'll sit down and write a shopping list together while we have breakfast.
I see, okay. And is there anything else you do when you're downstairs in the morning? Any other housework tasks, perhaps?
Yeah, I suppose if it's a good day, then I'll probably unload the dishwasher.
Right. Okay, and when you unloaded the dishwasher, can you put the dishes away, for example?
If it's a good day, then yeah, I'll put the dishes away. But if not, then I just usually leave it to my wife.
Okay then. And so what happens next, Martin, once you're washed and dressed?
Well, I suppose after that I might go downstairs and perhaps do the washing in the washing machine.
Okay, and is it a front-loading washing machine that you have?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And are you able to bend down to get the clothes out of the machine?
If it's a good day, then yeah, I will do. But I suppose quite a lot I'll get this really bad pain in my back and that tingling in my leg as well.
I see.
And if that happens, then I'll probably just leave it to my wife.
Okay. You mentioned a little bit earlier about doing a shopping list. So just tell me a little bit about how you manage with the shopping.
Well, if my wife's at work, then I feel like I should probably go out and do the shopping. We're quite lucky because we've got a supermarket quite close by, maybe about sort of 3 or 4 minutes away.
I see. And are you able to walk to the supermarket?
Yeah, but quite often I do need to have a stop and relax a second.
And why is that, Martin?
It's the shooting pain down my leg.
I see.
Really starts tingling and I just need to relax that before I can carry on.
I see. So when you get back from shopping, what else would you do for the afternoon?
Well, my wife gets back about sort of 2, 3 o'clock after work. I'll probably make us a cup of tea, we'll have a chat, and then I'll probably just watch one of those quizzes that are on in the afternoon. I quite like them.
Okay. And are you sitting when you're watching the quiz, Martin?
Yeah, I am.
And how long would you be able to sit for, just approximately?
Well, no more longer than 30 minutes.
Okay. And why is that?
Well, I start getting really sort of bad back pain. It's really uncomfortable. And then that shooting pain down my leg.
Right.
So I stand up, walk around a little bit, maybe walk to the kitchen and back.
I see. And are you able to sit back down again then and watch some television for a bit longer?
Yeah, I can.
You are? Okay. So we're going to move to the next part of the assessment now, Martin. And this is where I'm going to do some physical examination for you. Now this is very different to the examination that you have when you go to see your GP or to a hospital doctor. What I'm going to be doing is just examining the strength in your muscles and perhaps the power in your limbs. The really important part of this is that I don't want you to feel any pain today. So if you do feel that you are experiencing pain, you need to let me know and then we will stop.
That's great, yeah, thank you.
Okay, the last thing I want to do today is to make your back pain any worse for you.
I appreciate that, thank you.
Okay. Also, as this is a functional assessment, it won't be necessary for me to ask you to remove any items of your clothing today. Perhaps just your shoes may be necessary.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Now, do you have any questions at all, Martin?
No, I don't think so.
So if you'd just like to join me over at this side and we'll get on with the examination.
Sure.
Okay. So what I'd like to do to start with is just understand from you, how's your back today? What pain, if any, you're feeling today?
Well, it's right across my lower back and then straight down my leg as well, around the back of my leg.
Okay, right. So what I'd like you to do is just copy what I'm doing, and we're going to start with just bending down. So I just wonder if you're able to do this. Can you slide your arms down towards the floor?
Right.
Are you able to do that in your own time? And is it a bit painful at that point?
Yeah, about
Okay,
here.
just straighten up then, Martin. As I
Okay.
said, don't do anything that's going to make the pain worse for
Sure.
you. And the next thing we're going to do is see if you can squat. So perhaps if you want to hold the couch, are you
Sure.
able to just squat down like that?
Yes.
Is that a bit painful?
Yeah, that's
okay,
painful,
just
that.
straighten up then.
Okay.
Don't
Right.
try and do anything that's going to make the pain any worse for you
Okay.
today. That's really important. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Now, thank you.
What about standing up on your tiptoes? Can you do that?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
good. I'm going to ask you to lie on the couch for me now.
Right.
And there's a little step here if you need to use that. Just get up on the couch,
Okay.
head at this end, and just bring your feet up at the other end if that's okay. How does that feel?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's lovely. Just relax now. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to raise your leg up from the couch, and we're going to start with your right leg if you can. Are you able to raise your leg up straight up towards the ceiling, the right leg? That's very good. And then drop down again for me. That's good. What about the left leg? Are you able to do the same with the left leg? Okay, is that a bit painful? Just drop
Yeah.
that down again. Again, don't do anything that's going to make the pain worse for you today. That's good. Okay, thank you for that. You all right?
Yeah.
Just sit yourself up now, nice and carefully, and just sit at the edge of the couch before you stand. All right there? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going to
fine.
ask you to stand up now. Just be careful there. That's lovely. Just stay standing there. Right, thanks for that, Martin. So what I'd like to do now is just run through a range of movements with your upper limbs as well and check your neck for you. That's so that I've got an overall picture of how your muscles and joints are today. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So we're going to start with your neck. And again, if you just copy what I'm doing, and remember, if anything hurts or makes your back pain feel worse, you must just let me know and we'll stop. All right?
Sure.
So just copy what I'm doing. Are you able to look up to the ceiling? And look down to the floor and have your chin on your chest. And then back to the middle again, looking forward at me. That's good. All right then. So what I'm going to ask you to do now, keep your arms relaxed by your side. So with your arms then, I'd like you to bring them up and then just put them over your head for me. Able to clasp there? And just behind your neck. That's lovely. And drop your hands down to the side for me. Okay, and what I'd like you to do now is put your arm up behind your shoulder. Are you able to do that for me? Lovely. And the same with the other arm. That's lovely. And then what about the other fingers? Are you able to go from your thumb to all of the other fingers as well? That's good. Put your hands back together for me and put your hands down. And are you able to put that's it, the back of your hands together, and bring that up a little bit for me? That's lovely. And just relax your arms for me. Okay, how's that?
Yeah, that's all fine.
That's good. Okay, let's just take a seat again then.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for that, Martin. So I'd just like to recap about today. What I'll be doing is gathering all of the information together into the report and sending that off to the decision maker at the DWP, and they will then be writing to you about your benefit.
Based on what you've seen and heard today, do you think I'll get benefits?
That's not our decision. I will be providing the assessment report to the DWP, and the decision maker there will make a decision about your benefit for you.
Right, okay.
Okay. Have you got any other questions at all?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well thanks for coming, and I'll just take you out to the main reception area now.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So, thanks very much for coming today, Martin. Good
That's
to
okay.
meet you.
All right.
Goodbye now.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.